Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Irreverent Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. And this includes, let me grab that. Okay. This includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, yet there you are. That's right. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. In my office, it is Sunday, May 10th. The 475th day of the Sex Offender Administration. That's right. And it's 70 degrees with zero humidity, with a slight glow of holiness. That's right. You see that holiness? That's right. I can get rid of it. I try, but I'm just too damn holy. I'm just going to shine. That's right. That's a halo glow. But on the other side of this wall, that's right. The other side of this wall, just 9 inches away, it is 64 degrees with 3% humidity and a 100% chance that if you miss your boarding on a Frontier flight and you hop the fence and try to stop it while it's taxiing, you will get run over by the Frontier Airlines Airbus and you will not get your bonus miles. 100% chance. That's right. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. Like I said, I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. People have also called me the Racy Reverend, the Pervert Pastor, the Vile Vulgar Vicar of Vice, the Sexy Shepherd, the Missionary Man, the Minister of Mischief, the Dirty Deacon of Doggy Style, the Freaky Frisky Friar, the Ass Man Abbot, the Colored Cleric, the Booty Banging Brother, the Handsy High Priest, the Shameless Shaman, Father Fistmas, the Wicked I Like to Watch Witness, the Holy Ho, the Divine Dominating Dominee, the Brave Preacher, the Tickle Me Theologian, the Minister of Making Love the Clergy of Cunning Conversation while eating coochie, and that nasty N-word. That's right. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. So let's begin in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah. I think I did. I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. I was checking my earpiece to make sure it was in my ear and not in some other orifice of my body. You know, like my nose. It's only a few inches away. You could miss it. You could miss the ear and hit the nose. That's right. Good morning, Sister Ann. That's right. And yes, everybody, happy Mother's Day. I do forget about these holidays, the lesser ones, so to speak. It's not because I'm ignorant. It's because, to be honest, my mother passed away a long time ago, and so it's been no real need for me to care. I'm not buying Mother's Day gift for my wife. She's not my mother, and my wife takes care of my mother-in-law. She sends the gift and puts both our names on it and tells me what we got. And I'll go like, okay, I'm not going to argue. It's like, it's your mother. You want to send her flowers? You send her flowers. You want to send her a teddy? That's fine. I mean, she's 80-something years old. Don't know what she's going to do with the teddy, but none of my business. I don't ask. And I don't tell. I repeat. There's a difference. Repeat means somebody's already said it, and I'm just saying it again. I'm not putting it out there. I'm just repeating it. It's already out there. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about it. See, I don't tell. I repeat. There we go. And good morning, Mr. Dog. That's right. My dog. He's in the background. He is doing the good work. He's doing the good work. Yes, he is. Lord have mercy. Good morning, sunshine. And Sochi Funny typed, I'm busy doing paperwork, yes. I don't know how that got there. Okay. That's right. So, yeah, here we go. I was confused for a second. I saw so GD Funny type something. I got it. I think I understand now. Okay, it is time for our opening prayers, sponsored by GD Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist. You know something? We could do something different. But something? It's not official. No, I'm not going to say they're a sponsor. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, Certified Forensic Humorist. If you have an opening for a comedian that needs to be filled, if you have an opening for a humorist and it needs to be filled by humorist, GD Fenderson has your opening needs. That's right. He'll do up to 90 minutes of comedy, and don't worry about the price. We'll work that out. As long as he gets paid and you get entertained, that's all that matters. That's right. Now, if someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, please send your request for a prayer, a healing, forgiveness, any such request to me at drreverendjellyroll@gmail.com. Please remember to spell roll with an E on the bottom. Just like it's right there. It's just like it's scrolling across the bottom. See how there? If you're watching, see how it's scrolling across the bottom? Look at it. It's just scrolling across the bottom. Do it that way. Spell it just like that. Because if someone else gets a hold of it, they're not going to pay attention to your needs and your wants and your prayers and your desires. They're just going to say, come to my next show. I don't do that. I know you're not coming to my next show. Speaking of which, I apologize to those people who were in the audience and were in the splash zone last Monday when I hosted the show. Some people were a little freaked out by the splashing of the water with the dildo, and they were a little bit put off, and that's okay. So now for our disclaimer. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply. So please bow your head. Unless you are driving your car, your significant other, and if that is the case, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. See how I'm doing it? See that? That's a live demonstration. I just close my eyes. Ooh, yes. Close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. But do not let go of the wheel until you know Jesus has control, full control, not just the steering, but the gas and the brake as well. That's right. Because if he does not, you will get the ass well.
That's garbage.
That's right.
That's garbage.
Absolute garbage. Yes, indeed. Dear Lord, please bless Sister Gwen Farrell Adair. Gwen Farrell Adair, best known for playing roles on the iconic 1970s series MASH, has died. She was 94. Her cause of death appears to be natural causes, but of course she was surrounded by friends and family. They have not yet been cleared. She first appeared on the second episode of MASH in 1972 and played various nurses, Gwen, Wilson, Butler, and Abel, as well as an anesthesiologist during the show's 11-year run. Okay, none of whom did Hawkeye make a pass at. That's right. I checked that out. Hawkeye only made passes at women of whiteness. They were, and all of those characters were black. Now, Captain Kirk, he didn't give a shit. He had tapped all of that. He was like, bam, 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 bam. That's right. Adair made her film debut in 1972 in the blaxploitation film Black Gun, starring Jim Brown. That's right. Well, another film I haven't got a chance to see. I don't even know if I saw that one. I'm trying to remember. I looked at the preview. I looked at the trailer twice, and I remember the people. I just don't remember the movie. I'm going, okay, I know who, but I may just know who that person is. See, I'm looking at the trailer. I'm going, okay, I know who that is. Who's that background? That's Jim Kelly in the background. He got a cameo. Who's that? That's Deacon Jones. He had a cameo. And I know who those people are, so I just don't remember if I saw the film. I probably did. She went on to appear in small roles in films like The Towering Inferno, Coffee, Soylent Green, Earthquake, and Billy Jack Goes to Washington. She also acted in the 1975 episode of Starsky and Hutch, where she played Diane Sills, the madam of a brothel that Starsky and Hutch used to frequent. Actually, I don't know if that's true. And you don't know if it's true because you probably can't remember that episode either. So, there we have it. Adair switched up her career in 1980 when she entered the boxing world as a referee, becoming the first licensed female referee in California. And in 1988, she became the first woman to referee a world title fight. She officiated a junior middleweight match between Pedro Ortega and Luis Yuri Boy Campos in Tijuana, Mexico. That's right. Farrell Adair's work as a referee earned her a spot in the World Boxing Hall of Fame in 2005. The family of Gwen Adair has a GoFundMe page to help pay for her funeral. Rest in peace, Gwen. Breaking into boxing didn't stop you from being broke. Can I get a love TKO? And dear Lord, please bless Sister Doris Fisher. Sister Doris Fisher, who co-founded the iconic clothing chain The Gap, Incorporated, in 1969 with her late husband Don, has died. She was 94. Her cause of death is SUDS, Sudden Undisclosed Death Syndrome. The couple, Undisclosed Disease Syndrome. Sorry, her death was disclosed. Her disease isn't. The couple co-founded The Gap after a frustrating shopping experience when Don Fisher couldn't find a pair of jeans that fit. Well, welcome to the world of brothers. That's right. Shit. We didn't start, well, we started FUBU, but that was much later. We didn't know we could do that. Okay, the Fishers opened one small store on Ocean Avenue in San Francisco. Initially, they only sold men's Levi's jeans and record tapes. I'm assuming that means music, were the only items for sale. But the brand became the foundation for a global retail empire and reshaped U.S. fashion with a focus on simple, casual looks from khakis and jeans to t-shirts and sweater sets. And the wetter, the better. That's right. The chain eventually expanded to other nameplates like Banana Republic and Old Navy, and now generates more than $15 billion in sales globally. Maybe they can pay for Gwen Adair's funeral. See, it goes right back to the other one. Pay it forward in reverse. Fisher was the company's fashion merchandiser for nearly 4 decades. The company said that she came up with the company's name specifically to bridge the generation gap between parents and children, and not the gap between the left and right thighs, as I previously thought. Like the slogan says, fall into the thigh gap. Rest in peace, Doris. You helped dress our children so that people like Epstein could undress them. Can I get a redacted copy? Good morning, Brother Heavy Kev. Dear Lord, please bless Brother John Sterling. John Sterling, the longtime New York Yankees radio broadcaster known for extravagant individualized home run calls, has died. He was 87. His cause of death was complications following a heart attack. Sterling had undergone heart bypass surgery this winter, and after the procedure was attended to by healthcare aides at his home in Edgewater, New Jersey. Sterling died in a hospital in New Jersey. Shouldn't have left home. Sterling spent more than 3 decades with the Bronx Bombers starting in 1989. In total, he called 5,420 regular season games, 211 postseason games, which included multiple World Series titles. That's right, rub it in. He called 5,060 consecutive games until the 2019 season when he took his first day off in 30 years. Okay, first of all, he was calling baseball games. Yeah, there are 180 games a season, but there's not a game every day. So he had days off. All right. It's not like he was calling a game 6 or 7 days a week. Yeah, he might have to call 2 games in a day. But then he had like 3 days off. Don't make a big fucking deal out of it. Sorry. Just people like him and Colbert and John Oliver who don't work every day but get paid like they get work every day. And people like me starving, I get a little upset. Sterling retired from announcing at the start of the 2024 season. Rest in peace, John. Rounding third and going home for the final time. Can I get a last call for baseball? Dear Lord, please bless Brother Jonathan Tiersten. Jonathan Tiersten, an actor best known for his role in the horror cult classic Sleepaway Camp, has died. He was 60. As of right now, his cause of death is currently being investigated by the medical examiner. However, if you go to Poly Market, you can bet on what the results are going to be. Some people are saying suicide. Some people are saying, self-inflicted death. Some people are saying that it's liver damage, which it very well could have been. And then there's people like me who don't bet on those kinds of things until I hear from his brother first. Insider trading. An 18-year-old Tiersten scored his first movie role with Sleepaway Camp, a horror film that chronicles the misadventures of a group of teens who are terrorized by serial killings taking place at their summer camp. Tiersten played Ricky Thomas in the 1983 slasher flick. Tiersten got his start in 1981, appearing as a kid with basketball. That was his role. Kid with basketball in an episode of Another World. That's where it all started. Tiersten would reprise his role as Ricky in the 2008 sequel, Return to Sleepaway Camp. He also appeared in 2012 Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor, via archival footage. So he himself was not actually in it. They just used previous footage. Maybe because, when was that, 2012? Yeah, I think he was back in alcohol back then. They probably couldn't find a sober version of him to do it. It's like, oh, well, we'll just use the archive footage. He's not going to be sober for this. Like I said, he had the drinks. He would appear in a number of horror movies, including 2013's The Perfect House, for which he won 3 Best Actor awards and was nominated for a 4th. He was in Terror Tales, Toilet Zombie Baby, Strikes Back. Okay, so that's probably the sequel. There was probably a Toilet Zombie Baby 1, and that movie went so well, Toilet Zombie Baby Strikes Back. And his last film, the 2022 release, Time's Up. Tiersten, now if I remember, I could be wrong, but unless I'm mistaken, Time's Up, that was another friend of ours, Ocho, Michael Ocho something, another one of his friends was in that movie. That was like their chance to work together. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to repeat it. I just repeated it. Tiersten was also a musician performing with his band, 10 Tears. Now, I would like to say something on a little personal note because I did know Jonathan Tiersten. I had the opportunity to work with him for a year or two on a show called Outside the Box. And he was the other he was one of 3 progressives on that show. There was a lot of conservatives. Basically, they talked politics and world issues through the lenses of different lifestyles, and he had his own lifestyle. And it became apparent at some point that the drinking was getting pretty bad. And the last time I talked to him, he said he was clean and sober, and he was breaking from those things that reminded him of the drinking. And that was the last time I talked to him. So apparently talking to me made him drink. So he had some demons that he had to wrestle with. So rest in peace, Jonathan. You couldn't outrun your demons, and I hope you can finally find peace. Can I get a sleepaway camp with the angels? Dear Lord, please bless Brother Ted Turner. Ted Turner, who was the cable news founder for CNN and the owner of multiple sports teams, including the Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Thrashers, has died. He was 87. His cause of death is suspected to be Lewy body dementia. That's right, dementia. Dementia. Now, I'm not, okay, just so you know, this is not me saying this. I'm going to put this out there because Brother Heavy Kev says women make terrible referees. They keep penalizing you for things you did 3 years ago. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Now, Ted Turner is credited as being the inventor of the 24-hour news cycle. That's right. So we can blame his ass. That's right. For a while, Ted Turner was in everything. News, sports, activism, and briefly in Jane Fonda. Turner was also known to fans for owning World Championship Wrestling, starting the Goodwill Games, and for creating Captain Planet and the Planeteers, the environmental-focused superhero series that was broadcast on his TBS channel, Turner Broadcast System, I believe it was. Rest in peace, Ted. To quote Captain Planet, "The feeling that one person can't make a difference is the greatest obstacle of all. You overcame that obstacle. You made a fucking difference. Can I get a... To save the planet, we need to work together and share." Yes, another Captain Planet reference. I didn't watch Captain Planet. I was too fucking old. But some of you out there, some of you youngins, may have watched it. I ain't hating. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Bobby Cox. Bobby Cox, the folksy manager of the Atlanta Braves, whose teams ruled the National League during the 1990s and gave the city its first major title, as well as World Series trips that fell short, has died. He was 84. His cause of death was due to complications from a stroke and congestive heart failure. Now, Cox served as Atlanta's manager from 1978 to 1981, and then jumped around the league a little bit, and then came back and did it from 1990 to 2010. And he won the World Series with the Atlanta Braves in 1995. Cox's death will no doubt be overshadowed by Ted Turner's, because they weren't thick as thieves, but Ted Turner hired Cox. Well, yeah, he paid for Cox to work. Yeah, he paid for Cox to work for him. But what Cox did with the Braves in the 90s was spectacular. And he took them from worst to first in one season. He in 1990, I think it was. He was the GM, and they had their worst season ever. It was it's sucky. Well, actually, I don't know if it's their worst season ever, but it was a pretty bad fucking season. They were probably the worst in the league. And so he fired the manager, and he became the manager and the GM for a year. And during that time, Atlanta, they just blew the fuck up. Okay. Before his run as a Hall of Fame manager, Cox had a short playing career that saw him spend 2 seasons with the New York Yankees. He would get his start on the bench after his playing career ended in the Venezuelan Winter League. From there, he took on coaching and managing roles in the Yankee system. Now, the Braves won their first World Series by defeating the Cleveland Indians, and that has been called worldwide the Tomahawk Chop versus Chief Wahoo World Series. That's right. You got the Subway Series. This was the Top Woo 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 versus Chief Wahoo. That's right. Back when Native American racial insensitivity was still fun. Rest in peace, Bobby. With all the winning you did, you lost the headlines to Ted Turner. Can I get a Bobby Cox baby? Now, I'm just going to mention this. I'm not going to do a thing about it. I just want to mention it because this guy was kind of special. Dear Lord, bless Joe Sensor. He was a former Minnesota Viking tight end and Twin Cities businessman. He's died. He was 69. Now, he was a 6th-round pick, but he only played a couple of seasons, like 3 seasons or so. And in that time, he had like 42 catches, 447 yards, and 7 touchdowns as a rookie. And in his second year, he broke out with 79 catches for 1,004 yards. And that's still a record in Minnesota, both for a tight end. That's a tight end record in Minnesota with 8 touchdowns. And then the next season, he got injured, and it was it. All she wrote. 8 games, that's it. He was done. So that's why I'm mentioning it, because he had a short stint, but it was he had like I said, he set a Vikings record, tight end record. So he was a big deal in Minnesota. So a little nod to that, Minnesota. That's it. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today, but they are here wishing that they were anywhere today. And that ought to count for something. A round of applause for the man with the cause. He's here. That's right. That ought to count for something, Lord. That's right. And if you appreciate what he's doing behind the scenes, go to minddogtv.com/merch and show your appreciation by purchasing shit. Buy shit and make him feel appreciated. That's right. Now,
amen.
That's right. Now, let us have a little bump for the Lord. It's that time. It's that time that all of my little drinkers out there have been waiting for. It's time for the bump for the Lord. Brought to you by Bump in a Bottle. That's right. Straight from our vineyards to your innards. Wine, just like Jesus used to make. Whoa. I don't know why I feel obligated to drink as long as the sound effect runs. It's a good thing it's a short sound effect. If that thing ran for a minute, I'd be fucked up by the end of the show. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Yes, indeed. No, it was funny. Last week, Monday, I did host an open mic per request, and they won't do that again. But it was the first time I had a room full of people do a bump for the Lord. It brought a tear to my eye. And all these people holding up their beers and their whiskeys and their whatever they were drinking and doing a bump for the Lord. I felt so good inside. A little tear came to my eye. My glasses got fogged up. I'm not gonna lie, I had a slight erection. I was like so happy. I was so happy to see it. Oh my Lord. So now I just want to do a little. Now I know it's been a couple of weeks since I played the sister curly hair so bright, and it wasn't because she was on vacation. Because we could have recorded it, but I honestly at that point was like in limbo, and I didn't want to start promoting things that I couldn't finish. But I think we're looking for people to. No, here's the deal. Sister Curly Hair So Bright is back, and she wants people to be on Coffee with the Dog. And she's going to tell people right now how to do that. Yes, she is.
And comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
Spring and summer.
now. Get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
Thank you, Sister Kelly. That's so bright. It's good to have you back. You should have taken the day off because today's Mother's Day. You should have taken the day off. But hey, sisters got to earn. Sisters got to earn. Brothers got to burn. That's right. In today's segment of looking for God in all the wrong places, we're looking at the lyrics of "You Got the Love" by Candi Staton. I'm going to say Staton because there's only one T in the middle. And if she wanted to be Staton, then she need to put two T's because that's how the English language works where I went to school. So Candi Staton, 1986, from her album Get Down with Candi Staton. Oh, excuse me. See, that's when I drink the wine on an empty stomach, I get the burpees. Candi Staton told the magazine The Quietist that she originally hooked up with The Source. Okay, that's the band, not wait a minute. Yeah, that's a band, not the Source, like in, because I know we're talking about the Lord, but it's not that Source that she connected with. It's a band in Chicago to record the song for a diet product. That's right. So initially, this song was for a diet product, if I understand. She explained, quote, "The video was about this guy losing weight. He was 900 pounds and needed to lose lots of weight. The video didn't happen because he lost nearly all of the weight, but was still 300 pounds. Okay. Everything stopped, and I just thought it was over until I heard that it was in the top 10 in Europe." See, this is what confuses me. The song was, okay, never mind. It's her story. Let her tell it. I was like, oh my God. At first, I didn't even know how to sing it. I didn't even know when to come in on time. It was confusing, but we mixed about 2 or 3 versions together to be happy with, and we do it now. With how we do it now. Okay, so I think I understand that thing. This is what she's saying. It was already a song, I guess, in the UK, and it was popular. And now I listened to it, and it is a difficult song to sing because it's almost like it was a poem, and somebody had words. Somebody had the poem, and somebody had the music, and they just like slammed the shit together, and it's awkward. It's awkward to sing. It is, but that's not. Well, I'm not here to sing it. I'm here to talk about the lyrics. You can sing it. You can listen to it and sing along if you can. And "You Got the Love" by Candi Staton and The Source is a song that explores themes of resilience, faith, and the unwavering support of a loved one or a higher power. Okay, the song's lyrics convey the ups and downs of life, portraying moments of despair and feeling overwhelmed, yet ultimately finding solace and strength through love. Amen. And the song begins like this. Okay, these are the lyrics. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands in the air. I'm sorry, that's the wrong song. Throw my hands in the air. That's the wrong song. That is. And that was a reflex. I get to that part, and I do that by accident. Okay. Take 2. Y'all didn't hear that last one. I fucked up. Take 2. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care, but you got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going gets too rough and things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it feels like life is just too much, but you got the love I need to see me through. Okay, I'm going to take both of those verses because I forgot to put a space in there so I would know to do the commentary. Okay, the first half of that. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. Okay, I just give up, right? I give up. I don't care. That's it. That's it. I give up. I don't care. Shit's rough. You know, I can't do this. And no matter what I try to do, things just get fucked up. Okay, we all have those days. And sometimes it's not just days. Sometimes they're weeks or months. I actually know someone who's had a life like that. But what she's saying, when those moments happen, as infrequent as they are, she knows that she gets her strength from the Lord's love. And she feels it, and it makes her stronger, and it makes her be able to deal with it. Now, here's where I start to get a little bit preachy. When food is gone, you are my daily meal. That's her saying not me. I'm not saying because I got issues with that sentence. When food is gone, you are my daily meal. Okay. Basically, and this is from a religious viewpoint, I have done the fasting. I have done the fasting on many occasions. I have done I've done 40 days and nights fasting twice. I have done 7 days. I don't even know how many times. I've done the 3 days. I don't know how many times. But the point is, prayer is not a substitution for the meal. She says when food is gone, that's not a choice, okay? That's not a choice. That's not a choice. She's saying when I go hungry, you feed me. You're my daily meal. And I'm sorry, that doesn't work, okay? That I understand what she's trying to say, but it ain't no. If you've ever been starving, if you've ever been truly hungry, okay, you need a real meal. You need something to nourish your body because you're going to die, okay? You may get peace of mind through prayer, but prayer is not going to sustain you and make you live longer. Prayer is not going to give you the calories that you need, okay? So when food is gone, you need to find food. Family, friends, charities, the church, you need to eat. And sitting there praying for a meal ain't going to do it. Yeah, I'm just saying this. I know it's her song, and she's got the right to say what she wants to say. I'm just saying, when I see that line, I get a little no. That's what I get. I get a little no. Okay. When friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. Your love is real. And I can understand that. Okay. When friends are gone, now, again, people should not be alone. And I understand that being alone and being lonely, okay, are not the same thing. So people should not be lonely. Okay. And when she says friends are gone, that sounds like abandonment as opposed to like, I just want to be alone. But we're going to let that sit for right now. It says your love is real. You got the love. 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 I think I got all the love in there. I don't know. I should have counted. I'm just I think that's all the loves there was. Okay. Now, oh wow, I did all that without my notes. Okay. I'm gonna quickly scan my notes, see if there's anything I didn't say that I should have said. I said recurrent don't care, Make you want to give up. Question, yeah. Central message, but you got the love. I need to see me through. Yeah. Okay. I think I covered everything. Says, whether it's love of a partner, friend, or a spiritual connection serves as a source of strength and a beacon of hope during. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I covered. Okay. I was making sure I didn't miss anything from my notes. One of the things I should have mentioned about this song is that in 1986, when this song came out, this was like a nightclub hit. Okay. I should have mentioned that. This is like people like bumping and dancing. Don't. You got the love, yeah, Lord Jesus, Lord, you got you, ooh. And some of them doing like those little nasty dances, like doing a little grind, So yeah, this was a club hit back in the day. So yeah, you can imagine these people grinding the Lord, I just don't care. Oh, I need to see me through. Well, yeah. So that's what I should have added, because there's a different dimension there. Now I just see that the people were like hooking up to this song on the dance floor. Okay, now we're getting to some repetitive stuff. This song repeats itself here. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like, Lord, I just don't care. But you got the love I need to see me through. Okay. Once in a while, I say, Lord, I can't go on. Once in a while, I get to feeling blue. Once in a while, it seems like I am all alone, but you got the love I need to see me through. Okay, now that's what I was talking about, being alone and lonely. There's a big difference, okay? Again, this little bridge part here, yeah, let me see here. Once in a while, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's basically, yes, it's the bridge. She's repeating what she said earlier. She's just putting it in a slightly different manner. And then she goes, occasionally I fall and find my friends are few. Okay, same thing when she said up there about being alone and friends are gone. Occasionally I cry out, Lord, what must I do? And that's a call back to earlier when she says, no matter what I do, things just don't feel right. Things just don't go right. Now she's saying, what must I do? Okay. Occasionally I cry out, Master, make me new. Now that's a slightly different thing. Now she's asking for change. Now she's asking to be a different person. And I think that's the first time she's made that request in this song. She said that she gets the strength from the Lord's love. And that's how she does it. But now she's like, just make me new. Make me a new person. Now, I don't know if that's for a new outlook so that she sees the good in things, or make her strong enough that she can help make the changes that she sees needs to be made. Because we don't know what her new is. If it's a new attitude, a new outlook, and not all the same things. They're not all the same things. And one can actually lead together. You can have a new outlook that leads you to act differently and more powerfully, and take the time to do the right things that you usually are waiting for the Lord to do. You yourself can do them. Okay, it goes on. You got the love I need to see me through. Well, that's her well, and her that's not me. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care, but you got the love I need to see me through. You got the love. You got the love. That's right. Whatever I need, you got it. Yeah. Whatever I want. I'm never alone. You've got the love I need to see me through. Yeah, this was a dance song. People were bumping and grinding to this stuff in 1986. You can listen to it, as you can hear the little. Well, now it wasn't on the ones. It wasn't like funky. It was like the bam, No, this is no dance music thing. You got the love I need to see me through. You got it. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. Okay, same thing. So I don't need to keep repeating all of this, do I? Yeah, it's just, this is, that song, I'm Henry VIII, I am, and then it goes to the second verse, same as the first. Well, this is kind of like second and third verse, same as the first. So same as the first three. But this was a dance club thing, yeah. The recurring phrases, sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air, and sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care, represent moments of frustration, hopelessness, or vulnerability. Yes, we said all that. Yes. Why did I write it twice? Probably because they sang it twice. Okay, the central message of this song lies in the repeated refrain. But you got the love I need to see me through. So, and that's the name of the title of the song. So no matter what else goes on, no matter how wrong things go in their life, says, you got the love. Lord, you got the love. Now, I'm going to throw a little curveball in there. All right? Little curveball. My little plastic wiffle thing, which I don't have. It's up there. But if I had my little wiffle ball, I'd go, somebody can offer you love. See? And no matter how many times you say you got the love, you got to accept the love. Okay? They can offer you love, but if you don't accept it, you don't feel it, it's not going to do you any good. See, and I think that one line where she says, make me anew, I think that's the only difference between that line and the rest of the song. The rest of the song is like, I want to give up, but you love me. I want to give up, I feel your love. Well, but you got the love. I want to give up, you got the love. I want to give up, you got the love. And the song is over and over and over again. And one time she says, make me anew. And I think that one new part, maybe, again, just me speculating, and I'm sure there's somebody out there, if this becomes a short, is going to say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Rev. Cool. That she needs to have a new attitude so that she can feel the love, okay? Not just know that it's there, okay? I can know that there's this bump in this bottle, right? I can know it's there, and I set it over there, and I don't drink it. But it's not until I open the bottle and I take a sip that I feel the effects of it. See? Somebody can have the love and it be sitting right over there. But until you open the love and take the love and put it inside you, you don't feel it and its effects. That's why I picked this song. Because the whole time, she's talking about him having the love. You got the love. You got the love I need. 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 Guess what? If you don't open up that love and put it inside you, you ain't going to feel it. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to make. That's the reason why I grabbed this song. So I can say that. And I said it. Now, some diagram on the whiteboard is needed. Now, I thought that the physical prop with the wine bottle was sufficient. I didn't see where that was written. Okay, so that I think that I'm not gonna lie to you. There's so much repetitiveness in that song. I don't know if I reached the end of the lyrics. I know that in summary, see my notes here, You Got the Love is a song that conveys a profound message about the enduring power of love as a source of strength and hope during life's trials and tribulations. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is love to lean on, giving us determination to carry on. Now, I'm going to try to get the board is right here, but there's a cat toy blocking the wheel. And I'm hoping I can, there we go. Yes, there's a cat toy. Tootsie was in here playing, and she left her little toy sloth on the floor, right, blocking the wheels of the whiteboard. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with the whiteboard. I just saw his request. And if I can't, no, I did it with the bottle. Yeah, I don't need the whiteboard. I did it with the bottle. Because the only thing I'm going to do is draw, you put the love inside, and that's going to look like porn. If I like say, this is the love, and this is you putting it in. Yeah, that's going to look nasty. I'm going to get some problems there from some people. So that was a short one, and I hope people enjoyed it, got something out of it, to at least understand that it's not just enough to recognize that there's love there. You have to use the love. You have to accept the love. You have to put the love in you, and then you got to send it back out. It doesn't just do it. I mean, it's true. You'll feel better knowing that you're loved, but somewhere out there are people who need to feel loved as well. And they had the same problem that maybe you had, and that is that there's love available, but you're not receiving it. And so you reach out to them and show them that there's love available and that they need to receive it. And you pass that on, and then they in turn can pass it on. And eventually somebody will maybe get it to our political leaders, or they'll just die out and we'll be just waiting. You know, I shouldn't go any further with that because I knew
That's garbage.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was about to say something that I might regret. And I try not to say things I regret. So now I do want to mention something only because these guys are friends of mine, okay? And just they're friends of mine. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let people know that Crack the Sky has new music out. So when they do their new shows, this will be the newest music that they have on the show. And this is called Blessed. And it's got 15 tracks, 14 tracks, 11 regular songs, and then 3 bonus tracks. And I don't know why there's a bonus track on the CDs. Either you want a song on there or you're not. Don't. And this is not, I'm not taking a jab at Crack the Sky. I love Crack the Sky. But my friend GD, he did the same thing with his CD. He had like 2 bonus tracks, and they were just 2 different versions of the other song that was actually on there. And he doesn't call them bonus tracks, though. That's true. He did not call them bonus tracks. He just said 15 songs. And he didn't call them bonus tracks because like they're on the CD. A bonus would be like when he did his first comedy show, not comedy show, but first 90-minute show. And there's actually the actual show was like 2 hours and 8 minutes. And so he did a 90-minute disc. And then there was like 20 minutes or so that they took out of that show. And that was a separate bonus disc. It wasn't all together. Now, later on, he did the comedian's cut, and it was all together as one show, and it's called the comedian's cut. And he no longer had the bonus disc, okay? To me, that's what a bonus is. You got the disc, and you got this bonus thing. I don't get the whole concept of the bonus track. It's either good enough to make it, or it isn't. Now, it's possible. Now, again, I'm not saying it's not good music. The bonus tracks are good music. Maybe it didn't fit in the themes. You know, you got like a theme, and we still got this song. We don't know when we're gonna put the next CD out. So let's put it on here. Just don't put it in the rotation of the things so that we don't know where it fits. You know, we don't know this song goes into this song, goes into this song, goes into this song, and I can see that. But these 3 songs, they don't fit in there. So we're gonna just stick them on the end. They're bonus. We recorded it, we paid for them, we spent the time in the studio. So people are gonna, yeah, they're bonus. That could be it. I don't know. I'm not answering. I'm not asking. I don't know. I'm just saying it has to be bonus tracks. And when you see them, you can ask them why they're called bonus tracks and just aren't sitting in the rest of the thing, with the rest of the songs. Now, the other Crack the Sky thing news is, here we go. Right here. Their biography, their official biography, All Things Cracked, is All Things Cracked, Some Endure. That is the official biography of Crack the Sky. And it's by Tyson Kuska. Okay. Right. Tyson Kuska. I should remember that name. I did. I talked to him yesterday, day before yesterday. I talked to him. So that book is out there, and you can it's available at their website, crackthesky.com, and probably other places. Like if you go to a show, like if you go to one of their shows, like they had a show on the 8th, and they got a show on the 15th or 16th. Go to their website, you can see where they're playing. That book will be there, probably be there. Or you can just order it from their website. If you order it from the website, you can get just a book, or you can get the signed copy for like $20 more. Okay. And signed by the current members of the band, not like the first members. I mean, there are a few members that are still there that were there in the beginning, and they did sign it. But there are 2 members that were there in the very beginning that aren't there now. They didn't sign the book, but they're in the book because it's a biography and it talks about the band. All right. And it's a series of interviews. I don't know if the interviews they did with Coffee with the Dog made it to the book, because I don't know when they started compiling. We'll find out. Get the book and find out. And the last thing I'm going to mention is that this book here, Swimming the Cleveland Ocean, it is out there now. It's available on audiobook and ebook. They're both out there. And I believe there's some hard copies available at their shows. Okay. But you can order it online. So, and my friend GD Fenderson wrote the foreword for that one. So you can check that out. And if you see GD Fenderson, you have the book, ask him to sign the foreword. How many people I don't know many people who wrote forewords. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. He thinks it's a big deal. I say, well, let me know when you write your own fucking book. Hey, that's it. GD, if you're listening, if you finish your book, let me write the foreword for it. Okay? Yeah, that's it. That's a good idea. Let me write the foreword for your book if you ever finish it. Yeah, I look forward to it now. Okay. Thank you, Sister Ann. You have a blessed day. We're getting pretty close to the end. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I want to thank those of you who subscribe to my fledgling YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, the one person I had a new subscriber last week, and 3 days later they were gone. That's right. So I'm right back to where I started. And I worked my ass off to try to get new subscribers out there. And one person subscribed and then unsubscribed. So who knows? I don't know. And also Facebook, my Facebook page. Please, if you get a chance, subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, tell your friends. Let them subscribe. Or invite your friends to subscribe. Okay? And I know I could also invite people to do that. I could send like things. And I did that in the beginning. In the very beginning, when I first got it, I invited like 1,500 people to subscribe, and like 25 did, or something like that. So now I also invite you to check out GD Fenderson on gigseller.com/GD Fenderson. Next time you need to hire a comedian or a humorist for a private event, he's your guy. Okay, he's your guy. Now, on behalf of the Church of Last Resort, the entire Rowe family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, our dog Stop Dropping. I wish you safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Orthodox Time, on Mind Dog TV, and everywhere that our word is heard. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah! That's right. Be safe. Be safe.